This is the Dangote investment on the Ibeju Lekki axis of Lagos State. An investment of over $20 billion. The biggest private investment in Africa. Seated on a landmass of 2,635 hectares at the Dangote Industries Free Zone Enterprise. A project that once could only be imagined now stands firm as an economic game changer.
Your Excellencies, the Presidents of Ghana, Senegal, Togo, Niger, and the representative of the Chadian President, the Senate President, the President-elect represented by his vice, Senators of Lagos, of Governors of Lagos, and other governors here, members of the National Assembly, President and Chief Executive Officer of Dangote Group, traditional rulers here present, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to be here this morning or this afternoon to commission this greenfield Dangote oil refinery and petrochemical complex. I recall that just about a year ago, I was here to commission your fertilizer plant and had the opportunity to briefly inspect this refinery complex, then under construction. On that occasion, the group chairman, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, hinted to me that the refinery will also be ready for commissioning before the end of my tenure in office, and will extend the invitation for me to return to Lekki for this purpose. Thank you very much.
Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellencies, President of Ghana, Togo, Senegal, Niger, and Chad, Your Excellency, Mr. Vice President-elect, who is representing my leader, the President-elect, Your Excellencies, Senate President, and other leaders that are here, my brother governors, the man of the moment, my good Egbon, a Lagosian, a Nigerian of no mean feat, Alhaji Aliko Dangote. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. President, today is May 22nd, 2023. Mr. President, exactly 7 days from today, you will graciously, by the grace of Almighty Allah, be bowing down as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, if you don't know, you have spent 2,915 days out of 2,922 days that you have. Mr. President, you have spent 99.98% of your time. Mr. President, history will certainly judge you well. We in Lagos are happy. This is your third trip to the free trade zone in less than a year. But today is not only about you. It's about 3 short stories that I will just quickly talk on. The first story is about a young Nigerian, 45 years ago, and you see the coincidence in the story. 45 years ago, who came to Lagos all the way from another mega city in our country, Kano, who saw the prosperity, the diversity of our country, who came with nothing, but in 45 years has built the biggest empire in the world for Africa. A man that we have handed over the key of Lagos to as a real indigene, because with all of the resources and belief that he has in our state, we cannot but truly say that you are one of us and you are indeed a detribalized Nigerian, a Nigerian that we're truly proud of. Mr. President, the second story is about another young Nigerian in 1978, because he came to Lagos in 1978. This young Nigerian too, in 1978, as a military brigadier general, was saddled with the responsibility as the Commissioner for Petroleum Resources. He completed and handed over the Warri Refinery. Today, he sits as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, handing over the biggest single-line refinery in the history that we know of mankind today. It's no sheer coincidence that these histories are coming together. The third story is also about a man that I said will be taken over from you by the grace of God in 7 days' time, who also, with sheer coincidence, in 2006, as the 12th governor of Lagos, envisioned that this whole area should be named and set aside as a free zone. And 17 years after, we have seen what the Lekki Free Trade Zone has turned into. Not part of the three stories, but I was opportune to be part of his team at that time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the vision of three different people in these three stories. The story of Aliko Dangote, the story of our president, Muhammadu Buhari, and the story of our incoming president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How they intertwine into the story of Nigeria, in the story of possibility, when men have a shared common vision